Hey ladies and gentlemen, Will here with Sigma 3 coming at you today, making a classic, an oldie but a goodie as they say, fire starter, right? With one little difference. My own personal recipe that I like. I call it the Marine Corps Special. I'm not a Marine, but still. Is old-fashioned petroleum jelly with cotton balls, and why I call it Marine Corps Special, Marines don't eat this. We're gonna add crayons to it, and I'll explain to you why here very shortly. Stay tuned. Okay, so a couple of things we're going to need besides the ingredients, right? Petroleum jelly, crayons, and your cotton balls, right? Any brand will do. You don't need none of the fancy stuff. Some gloves help keep your hands clean unless you just want, you know, put the lotion on the skin and get the hose again. Just a plain old plastic bag. Another handy dandy little item to have. You can use your knife if you want, but I prefer just to use a plain old cheap pencil sharpener. First thing we're going to do is glove up. Just gonna take cotton balls, put it in here. I know it's really hard to follow, but this is kind of a fun project to do with kids or Marines. Now, just gonna scoop out a healthy amount of Vaseline. Plop it on down in there. Just really work it over, all right? Work it in there real good. Now another way, my preferred method of doing this is once I get it worked up, I put it next to a heat source. It could be the front of a window, right, a heater, something like that, hair dryer, something like, well, obviously something very warm. Point is once this petroleum jelly gets a little more liquefied, it really permeates the fibers of these cotton balls much more effectively. So I find that if you make some of this just plain old Vaseline and cotton balls, the longer it sets, the better it gets, in my opinion, because it just really gets into all those fibers and sets in, makes it nice and gooey, burns a little longer and more effective. All right, while that sits, I'll probably go put that on the hood of my truck or something like that. Let the engine heat kind of really work in the juices. I'll have a little fun, and I'm just gonna start la-di-da-di. Start chewing up these crayons here into the shavings. I find the shavings are gonna be better than the chunks. That's why I got a pencil sharpener to do the job. Okay, so why am I using the wax crayons, right? Well, wax is an extender, not an accelerant. The petroleum jelly is your accelerant in this recipe right here. Extender meaning it extends the life of this particular fire starter. Petroleum jelly and cotton balls are already super effective by itself because of the petroleum jelly, but adding the wax to it just extends the life of it exponentially. I mean, just probably a good minute and a half depending on how well it's done. All right, that's why I recommend taking it and letting it soak under a heat source or a low heat source for a while. That way it liquefies and really soaks into all those fibers before and after you add the shavings. And it's also why I enjoy using a pencil sharpener to do this, is because the convenience of it, it collects all the shavings for me. Instead of me trying to just shave it into a pile, wind blows through, blows it all over the place, I can just take it, open it up, pour it in the bag, and it's no mess, you know, ready to go. Got a full little container of crayon shavings here. So I'm just gonna take, like so. Really hard to follow. Oh, yeah, there it is. So add two there, close it up. It is the season, so I got some festive colors in there. Now, just like last time, work it in, just like so. They're pretty much done. I'll probably set it next back to another heat source. That way it kind of gets all good and soaked up once again, and then we'll go ahead and test it out. All right, now, here on the left, I have just a plain cotton ball with Vaseline. You can tell it's kind of sticky. And then over here, we have the cotton ball Vaseline and wax mixture or crayon mixture. Now we're gonna light both these up. This one here, the plain one, is burning much faster than the one mixed with the crayons. And the ones mixed with the crayons actually smells kind of pleasant. So I guess there's that added enjoyment to it. Okay everybody, as you can see, this has outlasted this one by quite the long shot. It's still smoking, kind of burning in there. Okay, so we just took an already effective fire starter, just made it much more effective. All right, by adding just a little bit of wax. Yeah, so I want y'all let me know in the comments below what's your favorite fire starter recipe. If you have one, there's tons and tons out there. I'd love to hear them, love to see them. I'd even love to experiment with them, honestly. If I ain't seen them before, send them to me and I'll see if I make a video on it. You know, I'd like to see how long it burns for. All right, so until next time, Sigma 3 out. Damn, these are actually good. Hey, you got any cherry in there?